Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel, your Hebrew Israelites, your so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Gotta give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, the Most High, the Heavenly Father. His Hebrew name is Yahweh, not Yahweh, not Jehovah, not God, not Elohim, not Most High, not Lord, not Yah, not Jah, not Ahayah, not Allah. It's Yahweh. And his only begotten son name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shai. Not Yahshua, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ, not Serapis Christos, not Yeshaya, not Yehoshua. It's Yahweh Shai. So we gotta give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rikar Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, whether they can accept it or not. A sincere salutation to all the occupants pushing this truth and believing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hopeful elect. And shalom to the Awath who are listening and learning, the few sisters who are listening and learning. Messiah from GMS Orlando Camp coming at you another lesson in truth, facts, faith, and edification, another daily edification. Lord's willingness be edifying. And I tell you this lesson, you Jakes are mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually destroyed. Lord willingness be edifying. Now this clip just popped up on my phone in my little timeline, and I just had to do a lesson on it. So I'm going to pull this up. I got two clips actually. Lord willing to be edifying. The first one is titled Elderly Woman Jailed on Insurance Fraud Charges. So let me pull this up. Make sure it's sharing. Turn this volume down so it won't be echoing. This is crazy, man. And I got another clip with this guy, Killer Mike. So check this out. It's an elderly woman jailed on insurance fraud charges. May 17, 2021.
First right here on Local 10, an elderly woman and a former teacher has been booked into jail on insurance fraud charges.
And Local 10 spoke with her before she turned herself in. Local 10 investigator Jeff Weinzier's live with reaction. Jeff.
6:15 this morning, Daisy Mae Williams turning herself in, taken into custody right here outside of TGK in Northwest Miami-Dade. Let's take you to the video, show you exactly what went on. Again, 6:15 this morning. Her attorneys say this is unnecessary. The state attorney's office ordering her to turn herself in this morning. Her attorneys say this is cruel and unusual punishment for a woman her age, a first-time offender with health issues. As we first reported on Friday, Williams charged with insurance fraud. Investigators say she filed bogus insurance claims with Citizens Insurance back in 2017 and also submitted altered receipts. She says she's 80 years old. Officially, she's 79. Nonetheless, her attorneys claim these are special circumstances. All they had to do was issue her a notice to appear, a summons to go to court, and she would be there. She was in first appearance this morning, expected to be bonded out in about an hour. Here's what she said to us just a few minutes ago.
How do you feel, Daisy?
Well, I don't know. Nervous. Jittery.
You scared at all?
Nervous and jittery, she say. Now you wasn't nervous. You wasn't nervous and jittery when you did it in 2017.
Somewhat. Never been in this kind of predicament before. I've never broken the law in my life. And I certainly wouldn't have waited to be 80 years old to do it.
This is a tremendous hardship for her. She's not allowed to bring her medication in. She is a diabetic. She needs insulin. She can't walk without the use of her walker. The sad thing is this is completely unnecessary. All we wanted was a little flexibility from the state attorney's office. We reached out to them many times. We tried to come up with many alternatives. There were certainly a lot of other alternatives that could have been done.
This is Williams' mugshot, again booked into TGK, the Miami-Dade County Jail this morning. Despite having to go through the jail process and report to jail, she has already been through first appearance. The Miami-Dade State Attorney's Office did work out a deal with her attorneys that she will be released on her own recognizance, meaning she will not have to post bond. She will simply be released, and we expect that to happen within the next hour or two here outside TGK. And you heard her in the story. She says she is ready to, quote, prove her innocence.
Man, listen. Nah, this is crazy. This is crazy. Because you said you wouldn't expect to be dealing with this at 80 years old. Well, when you were 78, which was 2017, you filed for insurance fraud, man. So you don't, Jake think these things it's gonna come back to you, man. This is Titus 2 and 3. The aged woman, let me read one. This Titus 2 and 1. But speak thou the things which become sound doctrine, that the aged men be sober, grave, temperate, sound in faith, in charity, in patience. The aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior as becoming holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things, that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of power be not blasphemed. What are you doing filing insurance fraud, man? I know you're getting disability. What are you doing filing insurance fraud, man? So, Salakia, forgive me, but I got to play this again, man. Because I got to read this. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 49. And it reads, the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as an eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand, a nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the persons of the old, nor show favor to the young. These guys don't care about you, man.
First, right here on Local 10, an elderly woman and a former teacher has been booked into jail on insurance fraud charges.
And Local 10 spoke with her before she turned herself in. Local 10 investigator Jeff Weinstein is live with reaction. Jeff.
6:15 this morning, Daisy Mae Williams turning herself in, taken into custody right here outside of TGK in Northwest Miami-Dade. Let's take you to the video, show you exactly what went on. Again, 6:15 this morning. Her attorneys say this is unnecessary. The state attorney's office ordering her to turn herself in this morning. Her attorneys say this is cruel and unusual punishment for a woman her age, a first-time offender with health issues. As we first reported on Friday, Williams charged with insurance fraud. Investigators say she filed bogus insurance claims with Citizens Insurance back in 2017 and also submitted altered receipts. She says she's 80 years old. Officially, she's 79. Nonetheless, her attorneys claim these are special circumstances. All they had to do was issue her a notice to appear, a summons to go to court, and she would be there.
That's somebody grandmother, man.
First appearance this morning, expected to be bonded out in about an hour. Here is what she said to us just a few minutes ago.
How do you feel, Daisy?
Well, I don't know. Nervous. A little jittery.
Are you scared at all?
Somewhat. Never been in this kind of predicament before. I've never broken the law in my life.
So why do it now?
And I certainly wouldn't have waited to be 80 years old to do it.
This is a tremendous hardship for her. She's not allowed to bring her medication in. She is a diabetic. She needs insulin. She can't walk without the use of her walker. The sad thing is this is completely unnecessary. All we wanted was a little flexibility from the state attorney's office. We reached out to them many times. We tried to come up with many alternatives. There were certainly a lot of other alternatives that could have been done.
This is Williams' mugshot, again booked into TGK, the Miami-Dade County Jail this morning. Despite having to go through the jail process and report to jail, she has already been through first appearance. The Miami-Dade State Attorney's Office did work out a deal with her attorneys that she will be released on her own recognizance, meaning she will not have to post bond. She will simply be released, and we expect that to happen within the next hour or two here outside TGK. And you heard her in the story. She says she is ready to, quote, prove her innocence.
Yeah. How you gonna prove innocence and you filed it? So let me get this other, because I was watching that. Because that just popped up. Because that was from yesterday. So I was watching that, and this popped up. This demon right here, man. Let me make sure it's sharing. These people, man. Jake is gone, man. So listen to this demon right here, man. This is our Killer Mike torches evil Jeff Bezos for using slave labor at Amazon. Now this was March 26, 2021. So it's a little old. So check this out.
I don't know if I can do a better job of chanting than that. That's damn good. Hi, my name is Michael Render. I'm professionally known as Killer Mike, absolutely.
Straight demon.
I am from a family that's out of Tuskegee, Alabama. We're the Blackmans and we're the Mackeys. And I'd just like to say that as proud as I am to be a part of the legacy of Alabama and being a part of the family, I'm deeply ashamed of what this company is doing to Alabamians. I'm ashamed that we still live in a country where we celebrate someone, and I'll qualify them. I'm what they call the South Negro rich. I got enough money to last me my lifetime. I'm trying to have some left over for my kids, but I'm going to have a lot of fun while I'm here.
You see? I got enough money to last over for a whole lifetime. And hopefully some for my kids, and I'm gonna enjoy myself while I'm here. It's Jake. Proud speech, man. And these people gonna be destroyed, man. And Jake love these type of people, man.
Jeff Bezos is beyond white folks rich. Jeff Bezos is what they called in the old South the planter class. And what was the planter class? The planter class was the class of people who could afford to own plantations. And then they would use people that they had labeled as poor white people who were living as gypsy lives going through the South working. They came up with a name for those poor white folks. They called them crackers. And they decided to distinguish those poor white people from the planter class, and they used them in the fields. And there was another people that they had brought over from Africa that they called niggers. And they worked both of these classes of peoples relentlessly in drudging heat in the South for the profit of the planter class. That planter class became enormously wealthy. They did trade that enriched not only the South and the Confederacy, but before and after that, this union. So this country was built, as the Vice President of the Confederacy said, on the cornerstone of not only slavery, which he indicated, but an indentured servitude and a suppressive workplace that kept poor people poor by keeping them separated, keeping them humiliated, and keeping them down. Now, 120 years later, here I stand, a product of the legacy of Alabama, a product of a woman who grew up a sharecropper, my grandmother, later went on to become a nurse and start a family in Atlanta, and the exact conditions that she described to me when working on a field in Tuskegee, Alabama, unrelenting heat, the inability to go use the bathroom or go use the laboratory in a decent time, and come back and have a full day's work accounted to you. All these things that a woman who worked in a sharecropping field told me are being said by workers here today. Michael, it is unrelentingly hot. We do not have access to air conditioning. If we get into work 1 minute late, they take an hour of our time off. And in that room is not just people who look like me. In that room is not just people who are black or brown.
Oh man, Salakia.
In that room is the diaspora that is Alabama. It is the
Salakia. I thought it was Sharon, man. Hold on. Salaki for that. Damn it. I thought it was sharing. Salaki. Let me run it back. Something told me, Spirit told me to check. Salaki, man. Let me run it back. Let me make sure it's sharing first. I thought it was. Salaki for that.
I don't know if I can do a better job at chanting than that.
Salaki
That's
for that,
damn
man.
good. Hi, my name is Michael Render. I'm professionally known as Killer Mike, absolutely. I am from a family that's out of Tuskegee, Alabama. We're the Blackmans, and we're the Mackeys. And I'd just like to say that as proud as I am to be a part of the legacy of Alabama and being a part of the family, I'm deeply ashamed of what this company is doing to Alabamians. I'm ashamed that we still live in a country where we celebrate someone, and I qualify, I'm what they call in the South Negro rich. I got enough money to last me my lifetime. I'm gonna try to have some left over for my kids, but I'm gonna have a lot of fun while I'm here. Jeff Bezos is beyond white folks rich. Jeff Bezos is what they called in the old South the planter class. And what was the planter class? The planter class was the class of people who could afford to own plantations. And then they would use people that they had labeled as poor white people who were living this gypsy lives, going through the South working. They came up with a name for those poor white folks. They called them crackers. And they decided to distinguish those poor white people from the planter class, and they used them in the fields. And there was another people that they had brought over from Africa that they called niggers. And they worked both of these classes of peoples relentlessly in drudging heat in the South for the profit of the planter class. That planter class became enormously wealthy. They did trade that enriched not only the South and the Confederacy, but before and after that, this union. So this country was built, as the Vice President of the Confederacy said, on the cornerstone of not only slavery, which he indicated, but an indentured servitude and a suppressive workplace that kept poor people poor by keeping them separated, keeping them humiliated, and keeping them down. Now, 120 years later, here I stand, a product of the legacy of Alabama, a product of a woman who grew up a sharecropper, my grandmother, later went on to become a nurse and start a family in Atlanta, and the exact conditions that she described to me when working on a field in Tuskegee, Alabama, unrelenting heat, the inability to go use the bathroom or go use the lavatory in a decent time and come back and have a full day's work accounted to you. All these things that a woman who worked in a sharecropping field told me are being said by workers here today. Michael, it is unrelentingly hot. We do not have access to air conditioning. If we get into work 1 minute late, they take an hour of our time off. And in that room is not just people who look like me. In that room is not just people who are black or brown or melanated. In that room is the diaspora that is Alabama. It is the tapestry that is America. It is black, white, woman, man, every other race and ethnic group. And we should be ashamed of ourselves for allowing companies to come in and pillage our people. We should be ashamed of ourselves for allowing our need and want for a package to get there in 2 days to cause a woman with an injured arm to be told by a company, no matter your injury, you can exercise it off. So just think about when your child hurt themselves on a football field or a basketball field. Just think about the asshole coach that says walk it off. Think about being promised better insurance when you come to work for a company, and at the end of the better insurance, you go to the doctor and you still get a bill. Think about a woman having a heart attack and falling out behind you because she's so hot and tired. Think about people that saying it takes me 10 minutes to walk to my car after work. The richest man in the world can't even give us golf carts. We have to walk to our car, and then we sit in our car, and we're so fatigued and we're so tired that we just sit there.
Jeff Bezos is not the richest man in the world, man. And see, these jakes, so simple. But as the Lord said in Hosea 4:6, My people shall perish for lack of knowledge. Jeff Bezos is not the richest man in the world, man. He's not even one of the 13 families, man. I mean, he could be. I don't know. He could be. It's possible. He is not the richest man in the world, man. You have these top elites, man. Rothschilds, Oppenheimers, the DuPonts, the Gettys, the Rockefellers. You see, Jake don't know nothing, man. You will never see these people, these elites. You will never see them. And they got trillions and zillions of dollars, man, which they stole. Because when you read the scriptures, it tell you that Solomon had billions of dollars, man. If not trillions, zillions of dollars Solomon had. Had to be trillions or zillions. And they stole it all, man. Talking about Jeff Bezos, the richest. No, he ain't. And we're talking about Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk. Man, you jakes don't know nothing, man. But let's listen.
Think about an environment where you walk out to the latest rap song because they tell you that's hip. They might play some Cardi B, might play some Run the Jewels, might play some New Lil Baby, as they've worked you like a slave. They might leave a sugary snack out for you to boost your metabolism enough to get through packing packages every 9 seconds. I can't pick my nose in 9 seconds. And you expected people to pick us something in 9 seconds because we simply need it. So I'm going to tell everyone that works here, I'm going to say absolutely you should vote yes for that union. Because what the union does is give you an organized seat at the table. It allows you to plot, plan, strategize, organize, and mobilize. It allows you to say that pay in Alabama should be more than $16 in a warehouse. There's no way we should be seeing below $20. Don't tell me you want to make an economic investment in my community and then you come pay me fast food wages. You don't want an economic investment. You want to use me like an indentured servant to enrich the richest man in the world.
To enrich the richest man in the world.
Now, I've heard stories about other rich men. That was a rich man in Africa. His name was Mansa Musa. He had a kingdom called Mali. He was so rich when he took his pilgrimage to Mecca, he gave away gold all along. Messed up the world trade for about 7-8 years. But that is the heart of a truly rich man. The heart of a man who's worth $150 billion, who will not provide air conditioning, who will not provide an hour paid break, who penalizes people for being a minute late. That is an evil, evil heart. That is a heart filled with greed and contempt for the.
Now you see that? A man that's worth $150 billion. And he's supposed to control the world with $150 billion? Man, you got to be out of your marbles, man. Hey, this guy cheese and slid off his cracker. His meat is falling out of his taco, man. This guy's crazy.
The worker. So on the behalf of the worker, I'm going to surpass their vote because I want their vote to go through. But if it doesn't, I won't be ordering from Amazon again. If that vote does not go through, if these conditions do not improve, then I'll just be walking on out to the store with my mask on. But what I won't do is by being a customer, enable the richest man and the fastest growing company to use slave labor any longer. These people have been treated as badly as my grandmother when she sharecropped in this same state. These people have been denied the basic laboratory rights that you would allow any child going to school in an 8-hour day. These people, in the name of the convenience of shit getting dropped at our door, are being used and abused as though they're tools and their life can be thrown away because it's peak season. So what I'm going to tell the public, past the union, past Mr. Bezos, is if they won't treat their people right, who are we if we stand on the side of evil just to get a package to our door 2 days? So I want people after today to take a firm look in the mirror and look at your fellow statespeople. Look at your fellow Americans, and I want you to say this to yourself. Them having a master, good or evil, is not worth me getting a package in 2 days at my door. I'm just going to better plan and order 2 weeks earlier. But what I'm no longer going to do is support any evil because it's more convenient for me at the expense of these beautiful, wonderful, working their ass off people here in Bessemer, Alabama.
So you see, a bunch of madness, man. Who are you? This brother put up, which is a precept I love to bring out from time to time when we at camp. It's Deuteronomy 28 and 43 from Taveri, servant of Yahweh. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. Put up verse 44 up. You see this? The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. I'll read it. I'll read it from a phone. The Lord set them up over us, man. Hey. Deuteronomy 28 and 44. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. We're on the bottom, man. If you understand what's going on, well, the Lord is raising us up now. Well, he's raising up the hopeful elect, the elect now. When you look at all 18 nations, Israel was on the top, right? We was on the top. Now we on the bottom. So the other 17 nations are on top for the moment. So you can't run around talking about what you protesting. Man, listen, man. This is Job. Jake is bugged out, man. In the one video I did last year, Jake said they just want to be left alone. They want justice and peace. Well, you ain't gonna be left alone. This is not your kingdom. We're on the bottom. This is Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? The earth was given to these people, man, to rule in wickedness. This is Lamentation, chapter 5 and 1. Remember, O Yahweh, what is come upon us. Consider and behold our reproach. Our inheritance is turned to strangers, our houses to aliens. We are orphans and fatherless. Our mothers are as widows. We have drunken our water for money. Our wood is sold to us. Hey, you got to buy houses. You got to buy whatever you. Why? Because of the curses, man. It said we have drunken our water for money. Our wood is sold to us. Our necks are under persecution. We labor and have no rest. Hold on. Let's go back to Deuteronomy real quick. It's Deuteronomy 28 in verse 48. And it reads, man, it's Deuteronomy 28 and 47. Because thou servest not the Lord Yahweh, thy power with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things. So you want to serve the Lord in all joyfulness and gladness and abundance in all things. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, which is food, and in thirst, which is water, and in nakedness, which is clothes, and in the want of all things, which is transportation, housing, and work. We got to go to these devils for everything. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in the want of all things. Just food, water, clothes, transportation, housing, and work. That's everything to sustain your life, man, in Babylon the Great. And all these, when you go to Psalm 68 and 19, the Lord said he loadeth us daily with benefits. So all these things come from Yahweh Shema Shah. But you got 2/3 of Jake that trust in where they're getting it from. And they believe it's coming from the enemy rather than coming from Yahweh Shema Shah. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemy, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in the want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. Now, how you gonna sit here and say we going against what this man doing? Jeff Bezos is booming with Amazon, man. Amazon is putting other places out of business, man. This devil gonna say I ain't buying enough from Amazon. Man, listen, you can say that on TV, you can say that on camera all you want to, man. Hey, Jake, Jay-Z, Dr. Dre, and I always use P. Diddy and Dr. Dre because every time the Forbes come out for the richest blacks in America, as far as rap industry, they always put P. Diddy and Dr. Dre and Jay-Z. Listen, man, they don't own no Whole Foods, man. They don't own no BMW car lots or no Benz car lots, the warehouses. Forget the car lot. They don't own no warehouses where BMWs is being made. They don't own no Ferrari warehouses or no Porsche warehouses or no Lamborghini warehouses, man. They own no Walmarts, no Sam Clubs. They don't own no Whole Foods. You got to go to these devils for the one of all things. So if you think this guy gonna do something about your protesting, you bugged out, man. Let's go back to limitation. Jake is bugged out, man. And you got Jakes out here, simple ass niggas that's following these type of people, man. Lamentations 5 and 4. We have drunken our water for money. Now I just said in Deuteronomy 20 and 48 that we gotta go to our enemy for the one of all things in hunger and thirst. We gotta pay for our water. You gotta pay for your food. In the ancient time, hey, what your father had, hey, that's how the family ate, man. Every family of the 12 tribes of Israel, millions upon millions, we didn't have to pay for nothing, man. Because we were the chosen people. Everybody else had to pay. We have drunken our water for money. Our wood is sold unto us. You people really think you are free and you can do whatever you want to do, and you can't. License is liberty, man. These devils, through the spirit of Yahweh Shemawashai, gave you liberty. You got a little bit of room to play, not much. We have drunken our water for money. Our wood is sold unto us. Our necks are under persecution. We labor and have no rest. Who the hell is this demon talking about what they're going to do? Man, these devils don't care about that, man. We have given the hand to the Egyptians and to the Syrians to be satisfied with bread. The Lord say, because of the curses, from the sweat of thy brow shall we eat bread. If your ass don't work, you ain't gonna eat. Our fathers have sinned and are not, and we have borne their iniquities. Servants have ruled over us. There is none that doeth deliver us out of their hand. Killer Mike can't save you, man. We got our bread with the peril of our lives because of the sword of the wilderness. If these are the conditions that they got Jake in, who you think gonna change them? You think protesting gonna change these conditions? Man, we got our bread with peril of our lives because of the sword of the wilderness. There's nothing you can do, man, to change these conditions. At least you fall into the hands of Yahweh Shema Shai, man. Okay? Because it's the Lord, man. You know, Jake talking about he got enough money to last him. No, you don't, nigga. No, you don't. You don't got enough money to last you, you demon. Because if them devils want to shut your count down, they can do so, man. They'll shut him down real at the snap of a finger, man. Tell me he got enough money to last him. No, you don't. You don't got generational wealth. You don't have sovereignty. We don't have no sovereignty, man. This is a punishment, man. This is a chastisement. This is our judgment, man. This is the white man's heaven. This is the so-called white man's heaven. And this is the so-called black man's hell, man. This is so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Hell, man. But the only way you can get out of that, man, you gotta repent. Because there is no other way. Matter of fact, let's read this. This is John chapter 10 and 1. It reads, Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that entereth not by the door of the sheepfold, but climb up some other way, the same is a thief and a robber. If you ain't coming in, but how about your mama shot through this straight gate, you ain't gonna make it, man. It's Proverbs 16 and 7. It reads, When a man ways please the Lord Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. There's no other way, man. There is no other way in this world. But you got Jake trying to climb up some other way, man. This Haggai 1 in verse 2. Thus speaketh the Lord Yahweh of hosts, saying, This people say, the time is not come, the time that the Lord's house should be built. Then came the word of the Lord Yahweh by Haggai the prophet, saying, Is it time for you, O ye, to dwell in your sealed houses, and this house lieth waste? These guys ain't worrying about the truth, man. They trying to make it here, man. They trying to build here on a foundation that's being broken up, it's being destroyed, and it's finna be burnt with fire, man. But what Jake say? Is it time for you, O ye, to dwell in on the Salakia? Verse 2, Haggai 1 and 2. Thus said the Lord Yahweh, host, saying, This people say the time is not come. So this is Jake mentality that the Lord ain't coming yet. We still got time. We watching all these prophets playing out. Do you see what's going on over here in Israel right now? What time do you think? How much time do you think we have left, man? Another 50, 100 years here? Thus speak the Lord Yahweh host, saying, This people say, the time is not come, the time that the Lord's house should be built. Then came the word of the Lord Yahweh by Haggai the prophet, saying, Is it time for you, O ye, to dwell in your sealed houses, and this house lie waste? The tabernacle of David is being built without you, man. You either join it or you ain't, man. Now, therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, consider your ways. If you fall out of this type of madness, this demon, this devil killer Mike, and you're gonna fall along right along with this devil, man, in the midst, along with the rest of these demons, man, that's trying to build their houses while the Lord house lie waste, man. We trying to get out of here, man. Ain't nobody trying to build here but a demon. Ye have so much and bring in little. You eat, but ye have not enough. You drink, but ye have not filled with drink. Ye clothe ye, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages, earneth wages to put into a bag with holes. This is what Jake doing, man. This everything that he mentioned, this is what they're trying to do, man. They're trying to build here, man. But you do not have enough, man. Verse 7, thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, consider your ways. Go to the mountain and bring wood and build a house, and I will take pleasure in it. In what? In the tabernacle of David, man. And I will be glorified, saith the Lord Yahweh. Ye look for much, and lo, it came too little. And when ye brought it home, I did blow upon it. Why? Saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts. Because of my house that is waste, and ye run every man unto his own house. Therefore the heaven over you is stayed from dew. You ain't gonna have what you're supposed to have. And the earth is stayed from her fruit. You see? And I call for a drought upon the land, and upon the mountains, and upon the corn, and upon the new wine, and upon the oil, and upon that which the ground bringeth forth, and upon men, and upon cattle, and upon all that labor of the hands. You ain't gonna prosper here, man. And when we look at these guys, these celebrities, Jake celebrities, we think they prospering because we see them on TV. They ain't, man. They are miserable. They are miserable, man. Like the brother always in Cap always say, hey, Jesus and Lil Wayne's and Jay-Z, they just get a bigger check than us, man. That's all. They just getting a bigger check than us. but they still is miserable, man. They ain't happy. They ain't comfortable because they have to work harder than we do, man. You think these celebrities are doing good? They got to work harder than you, man. Believe it. They check bigger because they work harder, man. I was just finna get this. Lamentation 4:17. Tavari, servant of Yahweh. As for us, our eyes as yet fail for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us. They don't care for you, man. And the Lord say right here in Haggai 1, again, ye look for much, and lo, it came too little. And when you brought it home, I did blow upon it. Why? Said the Lord Yahweh of hosts, because of my house that is waste, and ye run every man into his own house. The Lord ain't dealing with that, man. You trying to build here? The Lord ain't dealing with that. This is Isaiah chapter 3:1. It reads, For behold, the Lord Yahweh of hosts, doeth take away from Jerusalem and from Judah the stay and the staff, the whole stay of bread and the whole stay of water. There's no comfort here, man. You ain't gonna be comforted here, man. The Lord don't want us to be comforted here. When you get too comfortable, like I say in Job 7, he terrifies us with dreams, man. You Jakes trying to build your own house while the Lord house lying waste, man. This is I don't even know how to pronounce your name, brother. Let me read this. Right. Shalom to the Acumen I walk from the comment board. Yahweh Shema Shai Barak Thumb. GMS says to the Most High, this is Baruch 3:8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments. You can't get out of this, man. We wait on Yahweh Shema Shai to get us out of this. According to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord Yahweh, our power, man. You can't escape this, man. And the Lord gave them, this to do, man. This is Ezekiel 35:10. It reads, because thou hast said, these two nations and these two countries shall be mine, and we will possess it, whereas the Lord was there. You see, they're gonna possess. Hey, and the Lord gave us into their hand, man. This is Isaiah 47:6. It reads, I was wroth with my people. I have polluted my inheritance and given them into thine hand, and thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient has thy very, very heavenly laid thy yoke. You see this? We honor this until Yahweh shall return, man. Now, as the Lord say in Proverbs 16:7, when a man ways please the Lord, man, right? This is Zechariah 11:4. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, my power, feed the flock of the slaughter. Who? Who is the flock? You Israelites. And no one's gonna fall upon this, man. You 2/3 devils, man. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord Yahweh, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. You see, for I will no more pity the inhabitants of the land, saith the Lord, but lo, I will deliver the men, everyone into his neighbor's hand, and into the hand of his king, and they shall smite the land, and out of their hand I will not deliver them. The Lord let these devils do this to us, man. Why? For disobedience. And you think you got a solution to get out of this? You got to be crazy, man. But these people, they is not seeking out Yahweh Shema Shah, man. They're trying to find another way. They got another way they're gonna get it. There is no other way, man. There is no other door that you can take, man. Now, like I said, it seems to us from eye candy that the rest of these people, these jakes that make it to Hollywood, that they making it. Well, they ain't making it. They just getting a bigger bag and they gotta bust their ass for it, man. They just getting a bigger check. That's all it is. A bigger check, but they are heavily enslaved, man. Heavenly, man. They constantly got to go back and forth, do videos and shows, and got to go on tour because they got to fulfill them contracts, man. You think they living good? They ain't living good, man. They on this almost the whole year, man. Slaving just for a bigger check, man. And they done sold out. On top of that. But the Lord gave us into their hand. This is Zechariah chapter 1 and 15. And I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, and they have forward the afflictions. That's why they got to pay double time, man. What is that? Wisdom of Solomon 12 and 22. He punished. Matter of fact, let's read that. See, that's why it say this here is the patience of the saints, man. This Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12 and 22, it reads, therefore, whereas thou doest chasten of us, thou scourges our enemies 1,000 times more, to the intent that when we judge, we should carefully think of thy goodness, and when we ourselves are judged, we should look for mercy. You see, but these devils gotta pay 1,000 times more, man. They got a double coat that they gotta take for this. They gotta pay for it, man. But if you think you're gonna escape this without Yahweh Shema Shah, you are a fool, man. There's no other way we're gonna get out of here, man. We gotta wait patiently. That's why the Lord said this in James. Just James 1 and 2. My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. But let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, one nothing, man. We gotta be patient, man. Hey, cause it's a race we running for patience, man. Shalom, Mark. Yahweh Shema Shabbat. This is a run of patience. It's Hebrews chapter 12 and 1. Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which do so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us. So you can't have your mind dwelling on how you getting paid this and that and this and that. Hey, the apostles always say, at the plantation, if you got a problem with the plantation, with the gig you dealing with, hey, go find another one, man. It's like the apostles always say, it's a lot of apps you can use. You got decent whip, hey, go do Uber Eats. You got DoorDash. You got it's an app called Point Pickup. You pick up groceries for the people. You don't got to go and shop for the groceries. You can go pick them up at the store and deliver the groceries, man. It's a lot of apps you can use, man. You don't got to deal with that. You don't got to deal with that. Maybe some jakes do, because they don't have whips. Hey, but it's an avenue. Hey, those that figure how about Shema Shah, there are avenues for you, man. Right. This brother put up James 5 and 11. The Zara Yahweh. Behold, we count them happy which endure. Ye have heard of the patience of Job, and have seen the end of the Lord, that the Lord is very pitiful and of tender mercy. And when you read 1 Corinthians 10 and 13, man, he said he's gonna make a way for you to bear whatever he put you through. Because it's not you, it's not Jeff Bezos that's put him through that. It's Yahweh Shema Shah, man. Hey, whether they are the 2/3 of the elect, man. Going back into this guy Tazariot, man. Everything is of Yahweh Shema Shah, man. Everything. If that's your lot, man. But there's other ways to make money, man. We ain't in 1980, man, or 1970. It's different ways to get money now, man. Legally tax money, man. Jake trying to find another way, and there is no other way, man. Hey, there is no other way. This is Hosea 4:6. It reads, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children. As they were increased, so they sinned against me, therefore will I change their glory into shame. They eat up the sin of my people, and they set their heart on their iniquity." Hey, and the Lord say, hey, so are you, so is the master, man. As is the master, so is the people. You ain't seeking Yahweh Shema Shah. So the only thing left for you is the Lord to keep you bugged out on the brother put up Isaiah 30, man. Isaiah 31 through 3. Isaiah 31, 1 through 3. Right? This is what you want to do, man. You want to follow on the ways of these people. So therefore, you got to take punishment for it, man. Because at the end of the day, we in captivity, man. We're not in our rulership, and we got to take this, man. And it's not an L. It's really a W, because it's the Lord showing us mercy, man. Hey, because your ass ain't had to wake up this morning. The Lord could have put you to death, and you didn't have to wake up today. This is Micah 7:9. "I will bear the indignation of the Lord Yahweh, because I have sinned against him. Until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me, he will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness." The Lord is bringing his men and women whom he chosen from the beginning to the light, man. If you're a 2/3, then you just gonna dwell in darkness till you be destroyed. At least the light of the Lord shine upon you. Hey, and the Lord wake people up at his own time, man. For all we know right now, the Lord have shown us again today mercy and compassion, man. And if you got to, hey, we had to deal with it. We are subject to payments, man. We got to go work. We got to, by the sweat of our brow shall you eat your bread, man. Period. There's no escaping it. And for this guy trying to find another way, but that's Jake trying to be slick, man. Following the ways of the heathens. Not want to follow. Hey, the Lord said, learn not the way of the heathen, man. Right? And choose none of his ways. This is Proverbs 3:31. Salakia. It reads, "Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways." And you might say, man, it's hard not to do that. Because how we gonna eat? How you gonna eat? Man, the Lord feedeth us daily, man. He feedeth us daily, man. The Lord feedeth us daily, man. Psalm 68:19. "Blessed be the Lord, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, who daily loadeth us with benefits, even the power of our salvation." This is what Job said. It's Job 23:11. And it reads, let's read verse 10. This Job 23:10. "But he knoweth the way that I take. When he have tried me, I shall come forth as gold. My foot have held his steps. His way have I kept and not declined. Neither have I gone back from the commandments of his lips. I have esteemed the words of his mouth more than my necessary food." If you think you need money to eat, you're a fool. If you think that. Everybody out there in YouTube land, if you think you need money to eat, to live, you're a fool, man. Job said he esteemed the words of Yahweh Shema Shah mouth more than his necessary food, man. Come on, man. You don't need money like you think you need money, man. The Lord said he loaded us daily with benefits, man. Right? Let's read the point of the Lord's Prayer. This is Matthew 6 and 9. Let's read the point of this. It reads, After this manner, therefore, pray ye, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. If you're looking for anything more than your daily bread, you're a demon. You're a demon, man. I'm telling you straight. If you look for anything more than your daily bread, you are a demon and a fool, man. It's Proverbs 27:1. These are the words of Yahweh Shem Shah, not mine. Boast not thyself of tomorrow, for thou knowest not what a day may bring forth. You see, we ain't looking for tomorrow. We want about right now. And as of right now, you still here. Because like I love to say, Lamentation 3, right? The Lord says he shows mercies and compassions every morning. They are new to us. Okay, you wake up, call out Yahweh Shema Shah, but you get in your car and go somewhere and have an accident, or you die from a allegedly stray bullet. Hey, your mind ain't on Yahweh Shema Shah, man. He showed you mercy and compassion, but then you left your house and died. Now, if you died in the name of Yahweh Shema Shah, you good. But if not, hey, you got to take round 2, man. So, but you're back in the spiritual realm. The point I'm making is, while Jake boasting up tomorrow and watching these guys like Killer Mike and Jay-Z's and all these demons thinking that they living, they ain't living, man, because they worrying about tomorrow. You got Jake always talking about they finna go on vacation this week and they can't wait to hit the club this weekend. Hey, we worrying about today and today only, man, because we ain't promised tomorrow, man. We ain't promised tomorrow. I'm gonna close with this. This is James chapter 4 and 13. It reads, Go to now, ye that say, today or tomorrow we will go into such a city and continue there a year and buy and sell and get gain. Whereas ye know not what shall be on the morrow. For what is your life? It is even a vapor that appeareth for a little time and then vanish away. So should you be boasting, proud against the hand of the Lord that he set up? For it say, for that ye ought to say, if the Lord will, we shall live and do this or that. But now you rejoice in your boastings. All such rejoicing is reveling. And all such rejoicing is evil. Therefore, to him that knoweth to do good and doeth it not, to him it is sin. Now, I'm going to get one more. This is Psalms 146. It reads this. This is Psalm 146 and 3. Put not your trust in princes, nor in the Son of Man, in whom there is no help. His breath goeth forth, he returneth to his earth. In the very day his thoughts perish. Going back to what the brother put up, Isaiah 30, 1 through 3. Isaiah 31, 1 through 3. You're trusting in these devils that can't help you, man. Happy is he that hath the God of Jacob for his help, whose hope is in the Lord Yahweh, his power. Now, it was another I want to read. Let me see. Salakia, let me see. This is Psalm 144 and verse 7. Send thy hand from above, rid me and deliver me out of the great waters, from the hand of strange children, whose mouth speaketh vanity, and their right hand is the right hand of falsehood. So how this devil Killer Mike talking about they gonna protest, and if he don't do that, he ain't order from Amazon no more. Jeff Bezos don't care about you not ordering. You think you finna stop billions of people from ordering from Amazon? You gotta be out of your mind, man. This is verse 11. Rid me and deliver me from the hand of strange children, whose mouth speaketh vanity, and their right hand is the right hand of falsehood. The Lord set these guys up, man. So who are we to go against what the Lord set up, man? When you go to 1 Peter 2, right? Let's read this. This 1 Peter 2 and 13. Submit yourself to every ordinance of man for the Lord's sake, whether it be to the king as supreme, or unto governors as unto them that are sent by him for the punishment of evildoers, and for the praise of them that do well. That's Proverbs 16 and 7. When a man ways please the Lord, right? He make even his enemies to be at peace with him. But when your way is not pleasing the Lord, it said what? Or unto governors as unto them that are sent by him for the punishment of evildoers, and for the praise of them that do well. For so is the will of power, that with well doing ye might put aside the ignorance of foolish men. So, if you're doing what you need to be doing in the mind of Yahweh, in the eyes of Yahweh Shema Shah, things will go smooth for you, man. Period. Of course, he put us through trials and tribulations, but things will go okay for you, man. If you barking up against the truth and you just a demon, the Lord going to make it rough for you, man. And then because we see these guys, I ain't get chastened them, because the Lord said he only chasten those whom he loveth. Hey, the Lord deal with them on another level, man. On a wicked, another level, man. So Lord wills edifying. Gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Rekah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders over all of Israel, where they can accept it or not, in the sense of salutation, to all the oxygen, pushing the truth and believing in truth through the four ends of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hopeful elect. And shalom to the Agwat who are listening and learning, the few sisters who are listening and learning. Hey, the water for tuning in. May Yahweh Shema Shah continue to bless you in your houses. Stay prayed up. The water for your precepts. Till next time, I say shalom. Wa abba.